Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Joe here. I just want to share a little story that happened to me this morning with my little boy, and it goes like this. I come downstairs, and he's pouting, sitting on the chair, frustrated, right? I ask him what's going on. Well, Dad, I can't do this. He's playing Xbox. He's trying to do this new game. I showed him this new game, and it's very hard. He's a little young for it. It's a hard game. So anyways, he's sitting there, looks defeated, looks just depressed, like he's gonna cry, right? Okay, buddy, what's going on? What's going on? I can't do this, I can't do that. Every time I try, it doesn't work. Okay, well, here's this little thing that we all need to remember, and really need to remember as adults, more importantly, that practice makes perfect, right? We've all heard of that. Practice makes perfect. Okay, we hear about we hear guys say, well, I can't read. It's because you never practiced reading. So I explained to the boy, it's hard for him to understand that no matter what you do the first time, the first 20 times, you're going to suck. Okay, if it's something new and you don't know how to do it, you're going to fail your way to learn how to do it. And I explained to him, do you remember, buddy, when you told me that you couldn't ride a bike? Do you remember when you told me that you would never be able to ride a bike? He said that shit. Okay, he'd get frustrated, he'd fall down, and he'd say that. And I said, remember when you said that? Now what can you do now? Well, you can ride a bike. So I simply just asked him a question. What changed? What changed? Practice. He had to fall down enough times. He had to put in the reps, the sweat, the tears. Practice makes perfect. And that goes along with everything in this life. Okay, I wish we could all take a magical pill that would give us some engineering somehow, that just we got what we wanted just by taking that pill. Like, hey doc, I want to be the NFL superstar. Take this pill, done. I'm there tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. Maybe someday in the future it will. I hope so. But it doesn't work that way. In this life, you have to practice. Practice, practice, practice. And it doesn't matter how old you get. It's the same principle. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the reps. You got to put in the sweat, the blood, the tears before you can get good at something. And that's so hard for a child to understand. But I also think it's almost harder for an adult to understand. Like we somehow, throughout our years, we've forgotten that. We've forgotten that you go to try something new, you're going to suck. You're going to be terrible. You're not going to be good at it. You got to keep going. You got to keep trying, keep working at it, and master that shit. Practice. I have a brother that I talk to a lot. We talk about all sorts of different things. He's a great guy. Love him to death. And we were talking one day, and I told him, you should read this, read that, or whatever. He said, I can't read. I can't read. Well, no shit. You ain't never practiced reading before. You know what happened to me when I first tried to read, man? I had to go back and reread everything I read. Probably multiple times. I had to lock myself in my own bedroom, away from the kids screaming and everything else, away from life, in order for myself to concentrate. Okay, I knew that was not going to work, man. Like, it would take me a whole year to read a book, and then half the time I wouldn't understand that anyways. So what I did is I practiced. All right. Once I got good at just reading and understanding it, comprehending it, well, then I turn on the TV. And I try to read them. Okay? It was hard. It was distracting. But I got better. Pretty soon I was putting earbuds in, listening to something totally different while I was still trying to read. Practice. Today I can read and there can be bombs going off in my bedroom, bombs in my house. It doesn't matter. Kids screaming, grabbing at my head, whatever. I will not lose my place in reading. Why? Practice. friends. Practice. And it doesn't matter what you're going to do. You're going to have to practice. Message for the day. Love you all. Joe out.